That night, Amina saw herself dead. Not killed by strangers. Not buried by enemies. She was inside a wooden box. And the man holding the knife was her husband. Amina woke up with a scream that tore through the quiet of the early morning. Her chest rose and fell like a drum beaten too fast. Sweat soaked her night dress, and her hands shook as if the dream had followed her into the room. The ceiling fan above her turned slowly, pushing warm air across her face, but it did nothing to calm her heart. Beside her, Sadiq slept peacefully. His breathing was slow, calm, gentle. That was what scared her the most. Amina turned her head and stared at him. In the dream, this same face had looked at her without love, without mercy. His eyes had been cold, like stone. His hand had been strong as it pushed the dagger into her chest. She touched her chest now. No blood. But the fear remained. Sadiq, she whispered. He did not move. Sadiq, she said louder, her voice breaking. He groaned and turned to the other side. What is it? He asked sleepily. Amina sat up on the bed, pulling the blanket tightly around her body as if it could protect her from the memory. Honey, she said, her voice shaking, I had a very terrible and deadly dream last night. Sadiq opened his eyes and looked at her. His face showed no worry, only tiredness. What kind of dream? He asked. Amina swallowed hard. In the dream, I was inside a casket, she said slowly. I could not move. I could not shout. Evil men surrounded me. They were all dressed in black. Their faces were dark, not because of color, but because of evil. She paused, breathing heavily. And you were there, she continued. You stood among them. Then you took a dagger, and you stabbed me. Silence filled the room. Sadiq sat up and rubbed his face. Amina, what kind of nonsense is this? He said. It was just a dream. A dream, she shouted. I saw myself die. He stood up from the bed and picked his phone from the table. You have been watching too many horror films, he said. I told you to stop. Dreams are not real. Amina's eyes filled with tears. Did you just call it a mere dream? She asked. I saw you kill me, and you call it nothing. Sadiq sighed deeply and picked up his briefcase. What do you want me to say? He asked. I am already late for work. I don't have time for this. He moved toward the door. So that is all? Amina asked. You don't care. He stopped for a moment but did not turn. Take care of yourself, he said. We will talk later. The door closed behind him. The sound echoed in the room like a warning. Amina sat on the bed, staring at the door. Her heart felt heavy. The room that once felt safe now felt strange, like it was watching her. She breathed out slowly. Maybe it was just a dream. But why did it feel so real? A knock came on the door. Madam, a voice called. I don't cook finish. The food day for dining table. It was Halima, her maid. I'm not hungry, Amina replied weakly. Keep the food. I want to go out. She entered the bathroom and stared at her reflection in the mirror. Her face looked pale. Her eyes looked older. What is the meaning of this dream? She whispered. 5 hours later, Amina sat in the living room of her friend, Zainab. Zainab lived in a busy part of Kano, where the sound of cars and traders never slept. The walls of her house were painted cream, and the smell of spices filled the air. Zainab smiled as she handed Amina a glass of juice. You look like someone who didn't sleep, she said. I didn't, Amina replied. What is the problem? Zainab asked. Amina held the glass with both hands. I had a dream, she said. A bad one. Zainab laughed softly. Is that all? Dreams come and go. This one did not go, Amina said. It stayed with me. She told Zainab everything. When she finished, Zainab shook her head and smiled. My sister, she said, how can your own husband kill you? Sadiq cannot hurt a fly. That is what scares me, Amina replied. In the dream, he did. It was not him, Zainab said quickly. Sometimes evil hides behind familiar faces. Forget it. Amina stood up. You are not listening, she said angrily. This is my life. Zainab stood up too. Calm down, she said. You can't walk out because of a dream. I am in danger, Amina said. I feel it. She walked out of the house, her heart beating fast.